For identifying language learning difficulties, is it norm reference test, informal observation and diagnostic test, standardized reading test only, or spelling quizzes? Ano yung most, yun yung keyword yun dun, di ba? Most suitable for identifying language learning difficulties. So bakit hindi siya norm reference? Bakit informal agad siya? Siyempre, hindi siya C kasi standardized reading test only. May, yun nga, sinabi nyo kanina, may red flag. May red flag na. So, hindi na siya yung pipiliin yung sagot. So, can spelling quizzes identify the language learning difficulty? Yes. Oo naman. Di ba? It is part. Spelling quizzes, di ba? Di ba, teachers? Pero, ang hinahanap is most. So, is it norm reference test or informal observation and diagnostic test? I guess you got the keyword. Palagi pag remedial, yung hinahanap natin is palagi nasa diagnostic. You have to diagnose your learners para malaman kung ano yung need i-improve. So it's B, informal observation and diagnostic tests. Let's head to number 5. Early identification of language difficulties is important because um, the interventions are less effective later. Learners can catch up naturally. It prevents teaching grammar, or it reduces classroom workload. Ano yung sagot dito? Tingin niyo. So number 5, B, learners can catch up naturally. Aha. So does it prevent teaching grammar or does it reduce classroom workload? Early identification of language difficulties is important because ano muna yung yung keyword na nakuha nyo? Bakit A, bakit B yung kina-comment niya? Ano yung na-spot nyo na keywords? Pati yung sagot. Asan yung iba? Nandiyan pa ba kayo? Teachers? A pala. Bakit A? Bakit A? Can you give me the reason? Hati yung sagot niya, teachers. So, medyo mahirap yung question or tricky lang? Tricky yung question. A, may nagsabing B. So, kung sa Carl method, wala na yung C and D. Okay, ayos na siya. Kasi, ano naman pakialam ng grammar? And, ano naman ang pakialam ng reduces classroom workload, di ba? Ayos na yung dalawa, C and D. So, sa Carl method, wala na yung dalawa. Nasa leverage na tayo. Tapos yung removal. Na-remove na natin yung dalawa. So, sa leverage, hati pa rin yung sagot nyo. Bakit A, bakit B? Can you give me reasons sa comment section, teachers? Ano yung keywords nyo for you to lock in A or lock in letter B? Tingin nyo. Walang gusto magbigay ng reason. Early identification. Aha. Early identification. So, yun yung keyword dyan. Di ba? To identify the problem much earlier. So, anong gagawin mo? It is important because it's actually letter A. Interventions are less effective later. Ganun pa rin. Yes, ganun pa rin. Ganun pa rin. Apply pa rin si ano, prevention is better than cure. Ganun pa rin naman siya. Mas maaga mong ma-identify, mas maaga mo siyang ma-resolve. 'Di ba? Early intervention is more effective. Delays, yung mga, pag delay na, it reduces effectiveness. Isipin mo, pag may na-spot ka na student, yes, prevention is better than cure, gives immediate remedial. Yes, yes. Uh, Pag nag-lesson ka, may student ka na nakita mo, tapos may napansin ka sa kanya, pag pinabayaan mo pa, mas lalo pang lalala. So, much better na mag-intervene ka na. Ganun siya. So, learners can, sa letter B naman, hindi naman siya mali, pero mas, ano, mas matimbang si letter A. Ganun siya. Learners can catch up naturally. Hindi lahat. Yeah, they can catch up naturally, pero may time frame tayo teachers, di ba? Hindi naman natin pwede antayin sila na maka-catch up. So, mag-intervene ka na para sila mismo makahabol. Ganun yun. Okay? Okay, let's head to number 6. Uh, Phonological awareness difficulties are commonly linked to what? Comprehension problems, spelling and reading difficulties, vocabulary expansion, or syntax mastery. Ano kaya sagot dyan? B, 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 B. Bakit B? Bakit B? Ano yung phonological? Ano yung meaning ng phonological? Phonology. Sounds. Yes, sounds. Mhm. So, kung hindi ka nagbabasa ng, ano, ng, tawag dyan, ng STEM, pwede mong masagot si vocabulary. Di ba? Pwede mo siyang masagot si vocabulary kasi may talk. So, pag hindi mo siya in-analyze masyado, you will be, you will be in, kawawa ka. Kawawang 1 point. Sayang. Comprehension problems. Aha. Syntax mastery kasi hindi na. Labas na yung si syntax. Sorry, may camera. Camera ko. Ayun. Labas na yung syntax. Comprehension problems naman, sa phonological, pwede rin. Pwede rin naman, pero more on spelling and reading difficulties. See, um, yeah, sounds linked to reading. Tama, tama, tama. Tama, Teacher Jessica. Thank you. Let's head to number, phonology is a bridge to learning how to read and write. Yes. Is sound po. If may difficulties ka dyan, apektado ang spelling and reading. Opo, tama si Teacher iPhone. At kasi iPhone yung pangalan. Sana all. Let's head to number 7. Which strategy helps learners with reading difficulties? Is it repeated reading and guided oral reading, ignoring mispronunciations, assigning long silent reading tasks, or focusing only on writing? So magtanggal na tayo ng ano, ng obvious na mali. Magtanggal na tayo sa comment section. Ano yung mali? Ano yung letter na mali? Para hindi na kayo mahirapan. Ialisin si D kasi may only. Tsaka naman kasi, reading difficulty, papasulatin mo. 'Di ba? So, kaysa sa letter D. Sa letter C naman, reading difficulty, i-assign mo ng long silent reading task. 'Di ba? Paano mo maano? Paano mo siya ma-address? Kung pababasahin mo siya ano lang, sa mata lang. Paano mo ma-identify, paano mo evaluate yung ano niya, reading difficulty kung hindi mo siya naririnig? Ignore long and only. May ano ka na, may sa verbs. Okay. Ignoring mispronunciations, hindi rin, di ba? Kasi your job as a teacher is to fix, di ba? So kung papabayaan mo lang siya, ano pang role mo dyan? Nanood ka lang. So it's repeated reading and guided oral reading. Very obvious na rin. Ayos yung mga ano niya. Ayos yung mga mm, styles. I like it. Yung mga ano kaya. Sa verbs pala. Okay, let's head to number 8. Yes, negative, red flag, red flag. Tatak CBRC, tama. Tatak CBRC. Papasa ba? Okay, number 8. Which principle ensures remedial activities match learner needs? Is it A, diagnostic teaching, random task selection, group uniformity, or speed over accuracy? Yeah, ganun pa rin. Wag muna kayo maglagay ng ng tamang sagot sa comment section. Lagay niyo muna yung mali. Yung tatanggalin natin. Tataya ko lisensya ko. Sana all may lisensya na. Hindi ko pa nakuha lisensya ko, okay? Tatanggalin natin si group uniformity. 'Di ba? Kasi hindi nga siya makasabay. So bakit yung mag-confirm sa uniformity sa nakakarami? Sa random naman, yes. Yun yung term, hindi siya pwedeng random. Speed accuracy. Yeah, speed over accuracy. So, yun nga. The correct answer here is diagnostic teaching. Diagnostic teaching, I'm sorry. Diagnostic teaching ensures activities meet learner needs. Kaya nga, may diagnostic test para alam ni teacher kung ano yung i-improve doon sa student na yun. Correct? Di ba? Ayun. Madali lang siya. Madali lang yung remedial. Pag-pray nyo na ganito sa let. Number 9. Multisensory teaching approaches benefit learners because they focus on one sense only, engage visual, auditory, and kinesthetic pathways, eliminate errors automatically, or simplify language content only. So, yun nga. Wag mo na yung tamang sagot. Comment nyo muna yung mali. Comment nyo muna yung mali. Ayan. Ganon, ganon, ganon. So, bakit mali? Si letter D. Simplify language content only. May only. Sabi nyo nga. Red flag. Tapos si letter A naman, focus on one sense only. Red flag din. So, yun nga. Obvious din is engage visual, auditory, and kinesthetic pathways. Multisensory. Visual sa eyes, auditory, syempre, sa ears, and kinesthetic sa galaw. Multisensory approach, engage multiple pathways for learning. So, hindi lang siya rooted sa isa lang na sa sense. Pag may only utang na loob, i-kesa nyo agad, yes. Yes. I-kesa nyo agad sa, sa questionnaire pag nasa na kayo. Pag nasa actual exam. Wala naman pa kayong proctor nyo kung super, super gulo na nung um, test test questionnaire nyo. Wala naman siya pakialam. Okay lang na pagsulat-sulatan nyo yun. Basta wag lang si Scantron sheet, okay? Okay. So number 10, one key goal of early intervention program is it reduce teaching involvement, preventing learning gaps from widening, eliminating language exposure, or prioritizing high achievers. Yung mali muna, wag muna yung tama. Wag muna yung tama, dali. And bakit sila mali? Yeah, solely ekes nyo na. Preventing yung tama. Reducing. Oo. So bakit naman kasi yung keyword dito is intervention tapos hindi ka i-reduce mo yung teacher involvement, 'di ba? So ekes na 'yan. Sa letter C naman, eliminating language exposure. Paano kung yung need ng student na intervention is about sa language, tinanggal mo na. And prioritizing high achievers, ba't mo naman ipa-prioritize si high achiever and ang need niya is intervention. Hindi naman, enrichment. 'Di ba? High achievers, X na rin yan. So, it's preventing learning gaps from widening. Tandaan nyo palagi, bata-bata ang priority. Yes, tama, tama. Okay. Tandaan nyo? Yeah, high achievers. Reducing, yes, 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 tama. Okay, yan muna. Yan muna gawin natin. I-comment nyo muna yung mga maling letters. Wag muna yung tama. Okay? Para ano kayo, matrain yung pag-eliminate nyo ng sagot. Nang maling sagot, I mean. Kasi pag na-eliminate nyo yung tamang sagot, aboy, kawawa kayo sa exam. And number 11, which factor is most predictive of successful early intervention? Is it A, age-appropriate activities and early start, lengthy and structured lesson, teaching in isolation from peers, or delaying assessment until secondary school? Nagdalag yung camera ni sir. Can you still hear me? Hello teachers, I'm sorry na ano yung internet ko. Nawala. So, inayos ko pa siya. Ginawa niyo dyan? Nandyan pa ba kayo? I'm sorry, Ka-technical difficulty ulit ako. Ghoster ka po. O, hindi po. Sensya na po. Di ba pwede mag-sorry? Hindi pwede mag-sorry talaga. Hindi na talaga pwede mag-sorry. Ano pangalan ko? Di ba, naka-proctor pa ako. Wait lang. Pa-ayusin ko yung pangalan ko. And yes po, nag-proctor din si sir sa keyboard. Kaya ganyan yung pangalan ko. Okay lang sir, sanay naman kami iwan. Saan? Kawawa ka naman. Kawawa ka naman kung ganyan. Grabe naman sa ghoster ka po. Di pwede mag-sorry? Wait lang, hindi pa nakapasok yung isang device. Wala. Hmm. Saan na ba tayo nag-end? Di ba number 11 yun? And I was explaining something sana before nawala. Di ba number 11? Was it number 11? Tama? Teachers? Hello? Ano po? Wait lang. Opening yung Zoom ko sa ano? Sa laptop. Yun. Saan na ba ako? Mali. Nasa breakout room. May mga tao sa labas ng breakout room. Kung may kakilala kayo dun, papasukin nyo na. Okay? Mm, di ba ang gulo? Screenshot. Wait lang po. Ay, mali. Mali nga ni. Ah, sorry. Uy, mali. Mali. Ayan na, mali. Puro na mali. Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry, teachers, kung may technical difficulty. Pagpasensya nyo na po. Hindi ko hawak yung internet ko. Hawak ni ano, ni PLDT. Okay, ready na? Start again sa number 11. Which factor most predictive of successful early intervention? Yung sagot nyo was letter A. Kasi, yun nga, may red flag ulit. Lengthy and structured lesson, hindi siya, hindi siya, advisable. Unstructured lesson. Ba naman? Teaching in isolation from peers, ina-isolate mo yung parang, ina-isolate mo yung student, yung learner. Kaso, ang ma-feel nun is, he's being outcast. An outcast. Yes. PLDT, ano na. Opo, opo. Yun nga, yun na feel yung student is being outcast. And ayaw natin nun. And delaying assessment until secondary school. Yun nga, na-point out na ni Ma'am Aiza na yun yung verbs na you need to look out for. So it is age-appropriate activities and early start. Bakit? Kasi early age-appropriate activities predict success. Yung ganun lang kadali. Ganun lang siya kadali. No need to analyze too long or too deep. Sa number 12 naman, for learners with writing difficulties, a teacher should, is it focus on copying text, use guided writing, modeling, and feedback, avoid sentence construction, or assign lengthy essays only? Obvious na rin yung sagot. Sabi nyo nga, mahaba. Hindi ka pwede mag-focus on copying text lang. Kasi, um, ang, ang makukuha mo dun is, maayos yung penmanship, pero hindi yung writing skill. Tama? Avoid sentence construction. Inaayos mo nga yung writing difficulty, ba't ka mag-avoid ng sentence construction? Mawawalan yung freedom yung learner. And assign lengthy essays only. Bakit? Parang ano lang siya, um, added na, ano ba, parusa sa student. So, yes, it is use guided writing, modeling, and feedback. Yun yung sagot dyan. Guided writing with feedback helps writing development. So, pag yung learner, binibigyan mo ng feedback, mas nalalaman nila kung anong areas they need to improve. So, learning happens. And may intervention ka pa, di ba? So, it's use guided writing, modeling, and feedback. Namamaos na tayo. Number 13, remedial instruction should emphasize, is it drill and repetition alone, contextualized language use and skill reinforcement, avoiding meaningful interaction, or teacher-centered lecturing. Bakit naman hindi A? I know letter C is mali and letter D is mali. Kasi, ba't mo i-avoid yung meaningful interaction? Remedial nga yan eh. Di ba? So, remedial means intervention. So, pag yung intervention, may interaction. Sa teacher-centered naman, teacher-centered na nga, lecturing pa. Double kill. So, dapat student-centered siya. Alone makes it negative and wrong. Yes. Ano pa dapat? Ano pa ba dapat? Yes, behaviorism si letter A. Drill and repetition. Pwedeng conditioning. Behaviorism. Yes, it's contextualized language use and skill reinforcement. Ganon yung sagot. Ay, ganon yung sagot. Ito yung sagot pala. Remedial instruction emphasizes meaningful skill reinforcement. Yun yung ano niya. Yun yung definition niya. So, okay, skills kasi ang dinidevelop sa remedial. Tama. So, let's head to number 14. Which tool is useful for documenting learner progress? Is it anecdotal records and portfolios, random checklists only, standardized tests only, or oral exams only? Very obvious na rin. What do we mean by anecdotal records and portfolio? Anecdotal records and portfolios document progress effectively. Di ba, kahit naman kayo nung um, student teacher pa lang, yung portfolio nyo, dyan yung tinatago yung mga best work nyo, yung mga pang-showcase. So, ganoon na rin. Portfolios, use portfolios as to keep records. Yes, and yung tatlo has only. And yes, minsan si PRC may ganyan. So, bonus na rin yan. Na super, yung tatlong STEM negative, tapos yung isang sagot positive. So, pamigay na. Parang pamigay ng PRC. May ganong item minsan. So, it's anecdotal records and portfolios. And the last one for remedial instruction is the ultimate aim of early intervention and remedial instruction is it ensure all learners reach grade level competency, reduce classroom participation, focus only on advanced students, or eliminate mistakes immediately? So sa Carl method, tanggal na sa removal, si letter B. Kasi bakit mo i-reduce yung classroom participation? 'Di ba? Si letter C naman, focus only on advanced students, na ulit na naman siya. Kasi tumbak sa STEM. So bakit hindi naman D? Bakit mali yung D? Ano yung nagpamali sa letter D? Tingin nyo. Yes, yun yung sagot, letter A. Pero ano yung nagpamali sa letter D? Immediately. Bakit? Ano ba dapat? Tama naman, eliminate mistakes. Di ba? Teachers? So bakit siya mali? Immediately. Ano ba dapat? Wag madaliin. Bakit naman wag madaliin? Eh kung may nahabol ka na ano? Kung may nahabol ka na time. Early intervention. Tama. Uh, yung sagot yan talaga, yun nga, ensures all learners reach grade level competency. Gradually, yes, pakonti-konti. As a remedial teacher, ang goal nyo talaga is pakonti-konti, yung learners mo is ma-reach niya yung needed level, needed grade level competency ng parang ma-reach yung standard. Kasi pag hindi, pwede siyang ma-retain. So, you as a teacher, need mo gawin yon. You have to intervene, you have to do something about it. Kasi pag hindi, kawawa naman si student, di ba? Ma-retain. So, remedial, lalo, uh, as early as possible. So, that ends our remedial instruction. Galing! Ito naman tayo sa medyo nagpahirap ng buhay natin nung college days. It's principles and theories of language acquisition and learning. Mm-mm. Buhay pa ba kayo? Teachers, papasa ba? Hello? Yes. Mhm. Baka yung iba tulog na, naka-on lang yung cellphone, gisingin nyo. Yung iba kahit tapos na yung ano, yung kahit tapos na yung alas 10 ng session, may mga nasa Zoom pa rin. Siguro tulog na yung iba. May ganon, may ganon. May nakita akong, may pumasok ako last time. May ganon. So, gisingin niyo kung may katabi kayo dyan na review it din. Baka tulog na siya. Or baka nag-ML na. Mamaya na yan. Oh, wag yan. Si Nelly boasted talaga. Porket ano ni Rizal. Ano mo tayo? Quick, hinga muna. Bago tayo pumunta sa principles and theories. Oo nga pala, I will send the evaluation. Pwede kayo mag-evaluate ngayon or pwedeng mamaya. Huwag nyo lang kalimutan. Okay? Yan, may evaluation na tayo. Kanina pa. Ba yan? Ang bilis. Anong revise dyan? Ayan, sige, sige, sige. Teachers, be mindful. Nag-linggo na kayo. May nasend na po akong una. Yes po. Wala, nag-remind lang po. Okay, let's go sa principles and theories of language acquisition and learning. Pwede na kayo makinig. Okay, teachers. Number 1, language acquisition is best described as: is it conscious learning of grammar rules, natural and subconscious development of a language, memorization of vocabulary list, or formal classroom instruction? Letter B, letter B, letter B. Puro sila letter B. How confident are you na letter B yung sagot dyan? Paano nyo nasabi? Paano nyo nasabi? Yes, tama actually. Power of B, hindi na power of C. Yes. Language acquisition, tandaan nyo lang, acquisition means subconscious. Yeah. Yes, yes. Natural. Yes. Tama. Conscious kasi yung tatlo. Letter A, letter C, and letter D are conscious learning. Hindi siya acquisition. Conscious learning and of use, uh, Conscious learning of grammar rules, memorization of vocabulary list, and formal classroom instruction are all part of language learning. Hindi na siya acquisition. Tama? Yes, lad. Basically. Opo. So, ito yung sagot. Natural and subconscious development of language. Tama. Good job, teachers. Yes, acquisition is subconscious and natural, unlike formal learning. Ang galing ah. Yay. Let's go to sorry. Number 2. According to Noam Chomsky, andyan na naman yung best friend nyo, Noam Chomsky, language development is possible because of you. Reinforcement and imitation, environmental exposure only, the LAD, and the operant conditioning. So bakit mo na mali si Bakit mo na mali si letter A? Noam Chomsky and friends, yes. Bakit mo na mali si letter A? Kanino yan? Kanino si reinforcement and imitation? Yes, si behaviorism. By? Sinong author? Ay, sinong Yes, si Skinner. Siya nag-propose. Environment exposure? Ganun pa rin. Letter B, di ba? May only. So, mali na siya. Paano naman si operant conditioning? B.F. Skinner din. Yes. B.F. Skinner pa rin. Tama. Paano naman si classical? Kanino si classical? Classical conditioning. Nasa Prof. Ed. Si Pavlov. Si Ivan Pavlov. Tama. Ang galing ha? Pwede na mag-final coaching. So, yung sagot dito is, yun nga, language acquisition device or the LAD. Chomsky proposed the LAD as an innate language mechanism. Sinabi ni Chomsky na innate siya. PCSO. Ha? Ano yung PCSO, teacher? Hindi ko alam. Okay, I think. Mnemonic. Ano yung mnemonic na yan? I'm sorry, hindi ako aware. Pavlov conditioning, Skinner. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. Oo nga naman. Sorry, kinalimutan ni sir yung yung Prof. Ed. Masakit sa ulo. I'm sorry. Yes, it's Pavlov Classical, Operant Skinner. Tama. Sino nagturo sa inyo? Sinong lecturer? So number 3, which theory emphasizes imitation, reinforcement, and habit formation? Is it nativist, cognitive theory, interactionist theory, or behaviorist theory? Yeah, yes. Sige. D. Hindi na to si Chomsky. Si, ano na to? Daddy. Si Rizal. Si Watson. Sino si Watson? Okay. John Watson. Yes, ito na si behaviorist. Of course. Behaviorist behaviorism relies on imitation and reinforcement. Conscious na siya. Daddy Rob. Sino si Daddy Rob? Teachers, kalma po, kalma. May mga unwanted or hindi ko nakilala yan. Kung sino-sino yan. So, sa nativist theory, sinong yan? Sinong proponent? Chomsky, yes. Cognitive, si Piaget. Di ba? John Piaget. Yes. And sa interactionist, si Lev Vygotsky. Yes. Galing. Very good. Magaling nyo naman. May nag-drawing na. Wait lang, alisin ko lang. It's very distracting. Burat na naman si sir. Yan. Lev Vygotsky. May mga tayo, nag-doodle. Communicative competence, Del Himes. Thank you for the additional information. So let's head to number 4. Ano pa? Sir, paano po ba tanungan sa board? Ganito po ba ang tanungan? Yes and no. Yes and no. Yun yung sagot ko. Hindi lahat. Mm, hindi lahat. Ano niyo na, tawag dyan, mag-ready na kayo kasi we're English majors. We're expected to read a lot. Di ba? Ilang literature lumabas sa akin? Hmm. Sabihin natin around 30%? Yeah, gano'n na lang. Around 30%. Expect the unexpected. My goodness. Opo. Mhm. Problema ko talaga literature. Literature, si Ma'am Melly. Magaling si Ma'am Melly magturo sa literature. May authors. Yes, of course, may authors naman. Grammar, yes, lumabas din po. Saan part ako nahirapan? Sa lahat. Sa lahat po si Sir nahirapan. Subuting bala sa 15. Hindi ko na matandaan. I cannot say really. Aha. Siguro mga 15 to 20. Ganyan. Ganun yun. Literature, wait lang. I think literature is 20 to 25%. Ganyan. Wala, wala, wala na to. Hindi na to praktisado. Mas, mas equipped kayo mag-exam ngayon kaysa sa akin. Okay? Kasi, ngayon, rigorous yung pag-aral nyo. Whereas ako, medyo nagpahinga na rin konti. So, I am sorry, my rating was sa majorship is 91. 91 po yung rating ni sir. Sa Gen Ed, 90. Tapos sa Prof Ed, 86. So, all in all, 88.80 yung ni sir. Yung rating. Apo. Claim nyo na. Claim nyo na. Sige na. Tapos tayo sa sa, sa chika. Let's head to number 4. B.F. Skinner's view of language learning is rooted in mentalism, constructivism, behaviorism, or humanism. B.F. Skinner, automatic na yan. Behaviorism, sumisigaw na yung sagot. Ba't niyo pa i-deny? Yeah, kasi. Parenta. Mahal po yung renta ng aking utak. Mentalism, humanism. Sumisigaw na yung sagot eh. Ba't mo pa i-deny? Bilugan mo na agad. Nakakatakot naman po yung sa akin ka muna. So, number 4 is, yun nga, B.F. Skinner, automatic. Skinner's work is grounded in behaviorism. Pag nabasa niyo behaviorism or pag hinanap si B.F. Skinner, automatic yan. Behaviorism, yung sagot. Okay? Wala nang iba. Wala nang iba yan. Alam niyo na yan. Yes. Si mentalism is PJ, Vygotsky sa constructivism, and si Carl Rogers sa humanism. Apo. Thank you. Thank you for the additional information. Apo. So number 5, teachers, which principle states that error are a natural part of language learning? Is it fossilization, interlanguage error analysis, or contrastive analysis? Are you sure? Are you sure, teachers? Bakit hindi mahaba yung sagot nyo? Yun yung mahaba, di ba? Letter D yung mahaba. Bakit hindi letter D? Mm-hmm. Sige, defend your answer. I will give you, the comment box. Defend your answer. Bakit? Yan yung sagot niya. Huwag nakilala sa tanong. Error. Paano kung naano kayo? Paano kung nasaigo kayo? Di ba? Na-reverse psychology kayo. Di kasi mahaba. Hindi siya ganoon kadali. Hindi siya ganoon kadali. Final answer, letter B. Kasi normal lang na magkamali. So, um, normal magkamali kasi familiar. Ano yung familiar nyo na term dyan? Error analysis yung familiar nyo. Right? Sige, discuss muna natin. Si fossilization. Sige, bakit fossilization? Fossilization familiar. Sa, na-encounter mo si fossilization sa English? Yes, yun yung word. Thank you, Sir Neil. Stuck. Plateau. Learning plateau. Hanggang doon na lang. So, kunyari, may error siya, tapos he keeps repeating the error hanggang sa naging normal yun. For instance, eto. Ang basa natin ng accuracy is accuracy. Whereas, mali siya in a way kasi yung stress nun is hindi naman sa first part. Mahirap baguhin. Habit na siya. Yun yung word, habit. Oo. Yun nga, paras ng si bamboo. Sa atin sa Pilipinas, ang pag-pronounce natin is bamboo. Pero siya, naging natural na siya, di ba? Yun yung fossilization. Mahirap mo siya baguhin. Aha. So, do you think tama siya na sagot? Nahirapan na. Baka nag-google na kayo, ha? Ano na, teachers? Medyo mahirap yung sagot. Ay, mahirap yung tanong. Final answer is B na talaga. C talaga yan. So, basta si fossilization, no, hindi siya. Hindi siya yung hinahanap natin. Sa contrastive analysis naman, it can be. Pero, may pera na eh. Contrast. Pero wala naman sa'yo sumagot ng ng letter D. So, it's down to interlanguage and error analysis. May spoiler ako. Awa na lang talaga. Paano kung sabihin ko sa inyo yung sagot dyan is letter B? Maniniwala kayo? Kasi sinabi ko, hindi naman lang. Grabe naman. Ano ako, Diyos? Hindi, charot. Depende. Kasi, medyo na-overlook nyo kasi. And nasay ko kayo ng question. Na-reverse psychology. Andyan si error. Error din yung bibilo niya sa STEM. Si error analysis, ang meaning niyan is ano ba? Opo, iba yon. Hindi siya interlanguage languaging. Error analysis meaning hindi naman yung hinahanap kasi yung hinahanap dito is pinapakita na si error is a natural part. Whereas si error din dito sa error analysis, ina-analyze kung ano yung errors. 'Di ba? Hindi yun yung question, hindi yun yung hinahanap. Sa error analysis kasi is inaalam natin kung bakit error yun. Whereas sa letter B, sa interlanguage, yun yung sagot. Kasi interlanguage recognizes error as development. Yun yung dun. Kasi yun lang yung sagot. Interlanguage recognizes error as development. Pag may mga errors yung bata, yung learners, they are trying. Mali pala ako. Ako pala yung tanong. Opo. Opo, charot. Hindi, basta hindi naman all the time na naandun sa question yung word, naandun na and nandun sa STEM yung word din, yun yung tama. Opo. Yes. Interlanguage, natural process, and development. Yun na lang yung keyword niya. Huwag kayong magpadala sa ano, huwag kayong magpadala sa question lang. Kasi porket andun yung um, parang keyword na kinuha nyo. Error analysis is ginagawa after the entire language. Pwedeng ganun. Kasi ina-analyze mo na yung error. Pin, pinag, ha? Pinaglaban ko pa si error. It's alright, it's alright. Okay lang magkamali dito, basta sa actual, hindi, okay? Hindi kayo pwede magkamali sa actual. Tayo ng 1 point. It's alright, teachers. It's alright. Okay na, naka-move on na kayo. Let's head to number 6. Jean Piaget believed that language development depend on... para makabawi kayo. Bilis. Bilis, teachers. Yan, nakabawi na. Okay na, feeling good. Nakabawi na. Reinforcement, kay ano yan, Skinner, automatic. Yeah, behaviorism, bigay social interaction, and Chomsky naman sa innate na lang. Yes, tama. Basic na lang yan, English majors. Kasi pag hindi ka dala, kawawa tayo sa left. Yun yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay na, okay na, okay na. Nakahinga na, nakahinga. Kala nyo puro matalino. Please, bomb them. Tapos, ganun yung question confusing. Okay na. Sige, reinforcement. Ulitin ko lang. Reinforcements. Reinforcement is kay Skinner, cognitive development. Yung sagot, social interaction is kay Lev, Vygotsky, and innate grammar. Innate, nasa word. Si, uh, si Chomsky, syempre. Okay na. Okay. Mabuti. Gusto niyo confusing. Okay. Lev, basta sila,